This is outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be on the council and not be a master?
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
I'm Enigma and I'm a qualified body language analyst and private investigator. And today I'm going to be taking a look at this notorious scene from Star Wars, where Anakin is denied the rank of Master after being appointed to the Jedi Council. So, let's take a look.
Allow this appointment lightly. The Council does not. Disturbing is this move by Chancellor Palpatine.
I understand.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of Master.
What?
When Anakin realizes that he's being refused the rank of Master, he immediately shows signs of increased sympathetic arousal. We hear and see him doing a very long exhale, which is a very common method of self-regulation. A long exhale actually activates the parasympathetic nervous system via the vagus nerve, which reduces his amygdala-driven threat response and increases prefrontal cortex regulation, helping calm him down. This system is effectively the body's automated slowdown mechanism, and he's attempting to manage his anger and frustration here.
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair. How can you be on the council and not be a master?
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
Forgive me, Master.
We have surveyed all systems in the Republic, but have found no sign of General Grievous.
So we see Anakin self-regulate before bowing. He's calming himself down here. And we also notice something super subtle from Obi-Wan here, when he realizes that Anakin is treading on thin ice. We see his eyes dart to look at Mace Windu, before slowly and subtly moving his head to look toward him in a calm and controlled manner. This combination shows that he's consciously attempting to project composure, whilst experiencing heightened autonomic arousal, related to Anakin's situation. He cares deeply about Anakin, and he doesn't want the Council to realize just how much he's emotionally invested in him.
Hiding in the Outer Rim, Grievous is. The outlying systems you must sweep.
We do not have many ships to spare.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
It is critical we send an attack group there immediately.
He's right. It's a system we cannot afford to lose.
Go, I will. Good relations with the Wookiees I have.
It's settled then. Yoda will take a battalion of clones to reinforce the Wookiees on Kashyyyk. May the Force be with us all.
What kind of nonsense is this? Put me on the council and not make me a master? It's never been done in the history of the Jedi. It's insulting.
So there are two very noticeable things here that reveal a lot of information. When the conversation moves on from Anakin, we see him fidgeting with his hand, which is super subtle, but it shows an elevated level of sympathetic arousal. He does this to self-regulate, as making motor outputs such as this actually helps provide proprioceptive feedback, helping the prefrontal cortex, which is our conscious, regain control. And later when they're walking and Anakin is loudly criticizing the council, we see Obi-Wan looking around the room. This is a conscious behavior, and he's doing it to make sure they're not being listened to.
Calm down, Anakin. You have been given a great honor. To be on the council at your age, it's never happened before. The fact of the matter is you are too close to the Chancellor. The council doesn't like it when he interferes in Jedi affairs.
I swear to you, I didn't ask to be put on the council.
But it's what you wanted. Your friendship with Chancellor Palpatine seems to have paid off.
There's nothing to do with this.
The only reason the council has approved your appointment is because the Chancellor trusts you.
And?
Obi-Wan is performing what's called the self-hug here, and wraps his hands across his torso. This is actually another very common method of self-regulation. By making physical contact with his arms, he activates the pressure-sensitive receptors in the skin and muscles, which stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, again producing a calming effect. Revealing that the Jedi are afraid of his relationship to the Chancellor causes him sympathetic arousal, which is why we see him self-regulate here. Obi-Wan cares for him so much to a point that he's literally self-regulating out of a concern for his friend.
Anakin, I am on your side. I didn't want to put you in this situation.
What situation?
The Council wants you to report on all the Chancellor's dealings. They want to know what he's up to.
They want me to spy on the Chancellor. That's treason.
We are at war, Anakin.
Why didn't the Council give me this assignment when we were in session?
This assignment is not to be on record.
So Obi-Wan distances and then pacifies before telling Anakin what the Council wants him to do. He distances in an attempt to divert his attention away from the stressor, which in this case is admitting their plan to Anakin. He also does the same exhale as Anakin did in the Council chamber, as a method of self-regulation. He really doesn't feel right asking Anakin to do this.
The Chancellor is not a bad man, Obi-Wan. He befriended me. He's watched out for me ever since I arrived here.
That is why you must help us. Anakin, our allegiance is to the Senate, not to its leader, who has managed to stay in office long after his term has expired.
The Senate demanded that he stay longer.
Yes, but use your feelings, Anakin. Something is out of place.
You're asking me to do something against the Jedi Code. Against the Republic. Against a mentor and a friend. That's what's out of place here. Why are you asking this of me?
The Council is asking you.
When Anakin refutes Obi-Wan's point about Palpatine staying in office for too long, he briefly distances his eyes away from Kenobi. He is unable to argue directly to his face, which actually shows how fragile he is emotionally. He doesn't like arguing, and experiences enough stress to distance. Everyone attacks Hayden for his acting, but he plays the vulnerable, awkward Anakin really well. Anakin is completely unsure of himself and is afraid of confrontation, whilst also being strongly emotional, and he portrays this super accurately. He then pacifies by exhaling whilst walking towards the window, again as a self-regulatory behavior.
Anakin did not take to his new assignment with much enthusiasm.
It's very dangerous putting them together. I don't think the boy can handle it. I don't trust him.
With all due respect, Master, is he not the chosen one? Is he not to destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force?
So the prophecy says.
A prophecy that misread could have been.
He will not let me down. He never has.
I hope right you are.
So when Yoda says that the prophecy may have been misread, Kenobi distances to the ground and does a short lip press. This is a self-regulatory micro-expression that he does to suppress his frustration in a socially acceptable way. This tension inhibits him from expressing his actual non-verbals. He can sense that they are doubting Anakin, and that deeply troubles him. During these scenes, we see very clearly that Kenobi deeply cares for Anakin, and does all he can to advocate for him. It just makes his turn to the dark side all the more painful.